Hello, I'm Sheriff Kevin Rambosk, and I want to welcome you to On Scene.
Powerful Category 5 storm. Winds right now 185 miles per hour, gusting to 225 miles per hour.
It's now located about 80 miles south-southeast of Naples and is moving on to the north at about 9 miles per hour.
If you're not in the emergency services, if you don't have a need to be here in Collier County through the next 5 days, and you feel like you want to leave, then you should do it right now.
Collier County 911, what's the address to your emergency?
We made a bad choice instead and we got water coming in our house already.
Collier County 911.
We went through a couple of funnel clouds and it's all underwater.
Collier County 911.
I feel like the roof is about to come out. And I have a newborn here with me.
Collier County 911.
And I haven't had any update on my parents since the hurricane. And I just want to make sure that they're okay.
We will work together to make sure that all of Southwest Florida is taken care of. I also want to thank all of Public Safety for the great work that they've put in place. I could not be more proud of the dedication and commitment you demonstrated in serving and keeping our community as safe as possible during Hurricane Irma. Your bravery and courage, compassion and resilience, combined with your leadership and persistence, define you all as role models and heroes. This is true service to others before self.
My name is Detective Thomas Cullen with the Collier County Sheriff's Office Homicide Section. On April 3rd, 1990, at approximately 11:19 hours, deputies were dispatched to Gannett Strand, which is located 22 miles east of Everglades City on US 41, in reference to a possible deceased person. Upon deputies arriving, they met with a park ranger who advised that road prisoners were working on the roadside when they discovered the deceased person. Upon further investigation, deputies discovered a decomposed body in a heavily wooded area approximately 30 feet south of US 41. Detectives and crime scene responded, and upon further investigation, detectives determined that the body had been lying in the wooded area for approximately 3 weeks and it was decomposed. No identification was found on the body or at the crime scene. The medical examiner's office later conducted an autopsy and determined that the cause of death was due to a blunt force trauma to the head and that the victim was a female. Detectives investigated all possible leads at the time, but no information was found that would identify the victim. In 1999, the medical examiner's office submitted a skull of the victim for forensic facial approximation or reconstruction, which showed what the victim might have looked like. The victim's skeletal remains were submitted for a DNA test comparison. The results of the DNA showed a strong support for a match to a person who turned out to be the victim's daughter. I began my investigation by tracing a DNA match information. I discovered that the daughter of the victim had reported her mother missing on May 9, 1992. She also voluntarily submitted her DNA into a database in 2006, just in case it was needed to identify her mother if she was found. I contacted the victim's daughter, and she advised that her mother, Patricia Minnis, and her husband liked to travel across the country in an RV. In 1992, she traveled through many southern states and to the Everglades area in Florida. The daughter stated that she did not suspect her mother was missing until one day her sister found her mother's purse in the RV. The daughter stated that her sister asked about the purse, and her father stated that while traveling in Florida, Patricia Minnis met another man and left him, leaving the purse behind. The daughter stated that upon discovering the information, she became suspicious and filed a missing persons report. We have developed new leads and a person of interest in this case. If you have any information about this case, please contact the Collier County Sheriff's Office at 239-252-9300.
The single most important thing you can do to protect yourself and others is to pay attention behind the wheel. If you keep your eyes ahead of you on the road and pay attention to the activity around you, you'll be able to anticipate problems and react more quickly to any potential dangerous events. Florida's Move Over law is designed to protect our law enforcement officers, emergency workers, and tow truck operators stopped along the roadways while performing their jobs. Violating the Move Over law puts both yourself and public safety professionals at risk and can result in a fine and points on your driver's license. When approaching an emergency vehicle with lights flashing parked on the side of a multi-lane road, you must move over by changing lanes away from the emergency vehicle as soon as it's safe to do so to prevent crashing into an emergency vehicle or any other emergency workers performing their jobs in the area. When approaching an emergency vehicle with lights flashing parked on a side of a 2-lane road, you must slow down to 20 miles an hour below the posted speed limit and approach with caution unless otherwise directed by an emergency worker on the scene. However, you must not stop in the roadway or block the flow of traffic. Taking these precautionary measures will keep you and emergency workers safe.
We hope you've enjoyed our program, and we look forward to seeing you next month. Thank you for being our partner for a safe community.